Okay, by request I'm making a video of no deposit sodas, just the ones I have duplicates of for sale. Here's a 10-ounce Pepsi. It's the pry-off cap. It's $3.50. And here's one of the Sioux City sarsaparillas with the cowboy going in and out of a saloon door. It's only $1.50. And here's a Sunrise with a screw top. It's got it embossed on both sides and it's smooth all around. It's got a 71 on the bottom. I'm assuming that's the 1971 date code. It holds 10 ounces, I think. Then this odd rare one, it's much older. It holds 12 ounces. Big bold embossing. It's got texture all around it. And it's only embossed on one side. And it's $16 because it's pretty rare. Then the 7-Up. It's $2. It has a pry-off top. Both sides look the same. And this style Pepsi. It's got a pry-off top and it's a 10-ouncer. It's $4. Then the Sioux City with the cactus on both sides. Screw top. Fairly modern. And then a Barbie. I believe that's from Southern California. It's pretty rare. It's got texturing all over it and an odd double indented midsection. It is $14. And then the early 7-Up. I believe it's 1964. Both sides are the same. It's got a crown top and it is $9. 10-ounce size. And then a Fanta 10-ouncer. It's also got a crown top and embossed the same on both sides. And then we have a Simba. It's got a lion picture on both sides. It's a 10-ouncer. Takes a regular bottle cap and it is $9. Another Sioux City. This one with a Bronco rider. Cowboy image on a horse. It's only $2. Then we have the controversial Dublin Dr. Pepper. They got put out of business because they broke too many of the rules of the Dr. Pepper company. They used to be the oldest Dr. Pepper bottler in America. Also the world. It's only about 6 years old, but it's a very collectible item. They're the only one that actually put the city name on their no deposit. It's $5. And I have a Nesbitt's here in a very large, either 28, no, it's a 32 ouncer. Definitely don't see these very often. It's a screw top, but it's only the second one I've seen in 30 years. So it's $20. Here's another 32 ouncer. It doesn't have a name on it at all, but it does have what they call a bird swing. A strand of glass going from one side to the other. It's pretty rare. I've only seen 2 or 3 bird swing bottles of any kind in 30 years. So I got $15 on this one. Then we have RC with a screw top. Different embossing on each side. It's $5. Then a mellow yellow. Crown top. Both sides are the same. It's got a little bit of a yellow tint to the glass. It's $5. And a cot. Both sides look pretty much the same. It's a 10-ouncer. But it is $15 because it's the only one I've seen. Then we have a Diet Pepsi. Found in Alabama. But I'm sure other places had them. It's got the standard top and it's $5. And then we have a Coors sparkling water. I actually drank out of this about 20 years ago. It tasted terrible. But it's very collectible. It's $5. And the famous diamond Coke bottle. Coke on one side and Coca-Cola on the other. It's $10. Takes a bottle cap. Another 7-Up sideways embossed. It's $3.50. It takes the bottle cap, not the screw top. It doesn't have the texturing on it like the other one had. Then we have this kind of Pepsi, the swirl bottle. It does take a screw top and it has the cap still on it. It's $5. Then we have this kind of Pepsi. Could be from Canada. Take the crown cap. It's $12 because I've only seen 2 or 3 of these. Then we have the Nesbits. It's a fat 12-ouncer. And it's $5. And here's one that's definitely rare. A knee-high in emerald green. Found in San Diego. It is $15. Then we have the little bitty 7-ounce swirl Pepsi, used in Southern California in the late 70s and then again in around 1990. And it's $5. Then the clear knee-high, just like the green one. It takes the crown top. I've seen 5 or 6 of these, so this one's going to be $8. And here's one of the Dr. Pepper varieties that's fairly modern. 8-ouncer. It's only $1. Then a Royal Crown Cola and RC on this side. And it is $6.50. Then a Sprite and a 10-ouncer. Crown top. $3. And then your regular Coke bottle, but this one is the older kind because it has the wide Coke on there. I believe that's 1967 to 69 only, or possibly even older. Then they squeezed the letters together on the ones from the 70s. It's a screw top, and it's $3. Then another variety of Nesbits. It's a 10-ouncer. Crown top. It's $6.50. Then we have this sort of a sapphire blue, clearly Canadian. It's got a screw top. There about 1988. It's $3. And then this imitation straight-sided Coke. It came out just maybe 4 or 5 years ago. It's a beauty. But since it's pretty modern, it's only $2. Then a 10-ounce Mountain Dew. Both sides are the same. Takes a crown top. $5. Then we got this shorter, fatter, textured Pepsi 10-ouncer. Crown top for $3.75. And this other style of Sprite. It's a 10-ouncer. Got a screw top on it though. $3.50. Then we have another one that's basically the same, slightly different shade of green, and it takes a crown top, and it is $5. Then we have this type of Dr. Pepper, obviously pretty modern. It's $2. Then we have this Coke. It's got a screw top, Coca-Cola on one side, and the old wide Coke on this side. Kind of scarce, but it's $3. Kind of scarce in that variety. Then we have, and another style of the Dublin Dr. Pepper. Got the candy striper design. It's $5. Then we got a 16-ounce embossed Mountain Dew. Takes a screw top. Found in the woods of West Virginia. Both sides are the same, it's $6. And here's the IBC cream soda. Probably 15 to 20 years old. Crown top, it's $2. Then we have this kind of Dr. Pepper. One of the many with the imperial sugar design on it. It's kind of fading out. But it's the only one I have. It's only $1.50 though. Then we got the shorter, fatter, sideways 7-Up. It's got a screw top. Both sides are the same. And it's $7.50. We got this Sprite here. Takes a bottle cap. Pretty modern. I think it's about 15 or 16 years old. It's only $1.25. Now for some of the long neck bottles. Used in the 90s and up to now. We got this Mountain Dew style. It's got the screw top. It's $4. Then the Amber Frosty. That's another one I remember drinking out of around 1991. I wish I'd have bought more of these because I have sold some for $10, but I'm charging $8 for this because it has the seam in the label instead of off to the side. Then the most common variety of Mountain Dew long neck. It is going to be $7.50. Here's another Mountain Dew that looks very similar to the last one, but as you can see it has these little slashes cut out of the paint. And this one is actually full. So it is $6. And of course the shipping on a full bottle is kind of expensive. Here's another one I drank out of back in 1990, I think it was. It's a good picture bottle though. Only available, and it's $5. Diet Dad's Root Beer ACL screw top. It's $4. Then the Pepsi, pretty much blank on the back. It's from 1990 or 91, and it's $5. Then we have the Big Red Crown top. It's $3. Then we have this special Mountain Dew bottle from the Southern 500. It's pretty neat looking. And it's still full. It's $6 plus shipping. Then the Diet Mountain Dew. Pretty weird. You don't see these very often. I've only seen 2 or 3 of them. Both sides are the same. It takes a crown top and it's going to be $9. Then we have the Sun Drop. They're pretty common in this area. Well, I don't even know who it is because I'm not really into NASCAR, but it's only $2.50. And there's a nice looking one. Pretty modern though. I think it's just about 5 years old. That's a 12 ouncer, I think. Yeah. It's going to be $3. It's got the original cap with it. And here's another Pepsi with the bottle cap design. It's the tall 16 ouncer though. It's got the crown top and it's going to be $9. And here's an odd one from the desert of Arizona. It's a 32 ounce, no deposit. Has Pepsi Cola on this side and just Pepsi and the block print on the other. It's from the late 60s. This one has a crown top. It's pretty rare. I've sold a number of them for $50, but I guess I'd take $45 for it. I also have the screw top if you're interested. Here's a pretty rare one. I think it's from about 1964. Found it in the desert around El Paso, Texas. It's all stained up, but I've never seen any others other than the few that I found about 27 years ago. So it's going to be $10. Then a 16 ounce Pepsi of the later style. It's got a screw top also. It was found in California. It's only $3. And another one that looks pretty much exactly the same, except this is the crown top, and it's $5. And a 16 ounce of the Sprite. Both sides are the same. It's got a screw top and it's got the original cap still on it. It's gonna be $5. And then we have a tab. It's a fat 10 ouncer. Both sides are pretty much the same. Don't see many of these around. It's going to be $7. And yet another type of Pepsi. This one's a little squattier. It's got a screw top. This is when they were switching out to the foam labels about a year after this. So this is about 1979. And it's $3.50 from Maryland. Then a Stewart's. It's an ACL from probably 1995 or somewhere close to that. It's a screw top. It's only $2. Then a diet version of the same bottle for $1.75. And then a root beer. Pretty good looking bottle. It's got the original cap. It's a screw top. It's only $2.50. Alright, here's a really great one. It's the sideways printed ACL, 28 fluid ounces. It's pretty much in mint condition. It's going to be $27. And here's a Mountain Dew with the hillbilly. People just love these. This is the fatter, shorter 10 ouncer. It's got a regular crown top. I got $20 on it, but I think that's a little high. Maybe I'll take $16 for this one. And then a silver nip. It's a very small 6 ouncer. It looks like one of the earliest no deposits there is. Looks like it's from the late 50s or definitely the early 60s. It's going to be $10. And a Dad's root beer, heavily embossed. It's from about 1990. I remember drinking out of this one also. It's a beautiful bottle and pretty rare considering how modern it is. It's going to be $7.50. And then a Dr. Pepper from the early to mid 70s. It's a 10 ouncer. It's got the regular crown top. And it's going to be $4. And a 7-Up from the later 60s. It's got the old style embossing, but this is the skinnier 10 ounce. It's got the regular crown top and it's going to be $5. And this nice Pepsi with the bottle cap design from the early 70s. It takes a crown top and it's only $1.50. And this IBC root beer, definitely one of the most common bottles out there. But if you don't have one, it's only $1.75. And then a Dr. Pepper with a 1024. It's from the late 60s, early 70s possibly. It's a 10 ouncer and it's got the regular top and it's going to be $4. And here's a fat Pepsi bottle in the 16 ounce size. It's kind of a shorter variety. It's got the original top and it's going to be $6.50. And here's another one that's very similar, but it's taller and skinnier. And I'm sure much more rare than that last one. And it's going to be $8.50. Then we have this odd spiral design. And it's still full. It is from about 1967. It's got the original cap. It's $21. Well, that's it for the no deposits for now. So let me know if you're interested in buying any of them.